light it up. Nicki, you were talking about the different genres and your different styles of music. That one has a much more dance rock feel to it.
Yeah, that's my 80s coming out.
Are you wearing the really big shoulder pads, too, like women did back then?
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because, we were actually joking around talking about a potential video for that one, and we just were rolling on the floor laughing because we were coming up with all these...
You have to do that and have the big poofy hair. And...
Well, yeah, and we were... big poofy hair. We were like kind of going down the whole Madonna, Olivia Newton-John like vibe, where like almost like kind of like a workout studio type. I mean,
It was. Oh, we lost her there for a second.
Out.
Let's see if there you are. We lost you for just a second. We got as far as it was, and you disappeared. So.
Oh, I was gonna say that's my 80s. Fun dance vibe coming out,
and it definitely did. It was kind of a fun trip too because it was contemporary, even though it did, as you said, it reflected on the '80s vibe, but it was still contemporary. It would not be out of place in the market today either. I can't get over what a great album you have here. Some really, really great cuts. I only regret that we don't have a 2-hour show so we could play the whole album, but that would take it away from the would take it away from the listeners because we want them to go out and get their own copy so they can play it over and over again. I can remember as a kid, I used to get one every now and then, although albums back then weren't as much fun as the singles, because you got about 2 good tracks and the rest were all trash. But I can remember I had some records that I just played till the grooves were worn out. And for those of you too young to know what records are, Google them. Wikipedia will explain it to you.
Oh, but, David Vinyl's making a comeback.
Yes, it is, amazingly. As a matter of fact, I just read a story today where some artists are even requesting that they have their music on tape cassettes, too.
Yeah, I've heard that tape cassettes are also coming back, which is, like, odd because you don't even have any players in the cars, so I don't know where they're planning on playing the music.
Well, they do have, I know I looked into getting one of these myself. They do have an adapter that you can play your cassettes and have them converted to digital. So that's a distinct possibility. Now that I don't remember how much they cost, but I know they are available. They're not terribly expensive. So that might be one possibility there. Get the cassette and then convert it to digitally. You can put it on your computers, your iPads, your telephones, your car stereo, wherever you want it. And I think in the long run, in the overview, that is the future of selling music. You've got to have a format that's compatible for all uses. And with today's technology, digital seems to be the answer. You get it in digital, and then you can transfer it wherever you'd like it to be. And it seems to be.
I agree.
Okay, now we have played all but one of the tracks we're going to have time to play on here. And give us a wrap-up. Wrap up your feelings about this project, what your thoughts going in as opposed to your thoughts now that it's over, done, and ready for release.
Going in, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but not really. I definitely had some of the singles that we had done prior, that I knew we were going to recut and recut the vocals on and remix and kind of just make them brighter and stand out more, which we've definitely done. But I wanted to have additional tracks on the album and have a complete album. Like, I didn't want to just do all empowerment songs or all songs about the government or all songs about Donald Trump. I wanted to make sure that, yes, there were some of those songs on there because a lot of these were written, during some of these trying times that we've had over the past couple of years.
Right.
But I also wanted fun stuff. So I wanted music that was relevant with today's listeners, but also fun, compelling, and then there's a couple tracks on there that would, and I think we've done that. I certainly think that we've done that.
I agree. I think you have done a wonderful job on this. My opinion, for what it's worth, is this is the best project you've put together since we've known you. And listening to you mention a couple of the older tunes like 2014 and everything, I realize that we have been talking on and off for, 8-10 years now?
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
You're like family. I've known you so long.
I was thinking the same thing, Nikki. John Bon Jovial, what do you think?
Oh, well, are you kidding? She's our big sister, or our little sister, or our middle sister. Sisterly, sort of, kind of.
I love it.
And we love you, Nikki. So glad you
Now, you know what, Nikki? We've always considered you to be a member of this family, and we are so grateful to just to know you. And
you're so sweet. I feel the same way.
Watch your music over the years and listen to it progress. And I'm with David. I'm in his camp on this one. This piece of production is just so good. You've just really done a nice job on this.
Thank you very much.
You rang the bell on this one, absolutely. And again, we thank you for sharing it with us and allowing us to present it to the people before it's even out. And I'm going to do something that I've only done once before. And Nikki, I believe you were the one who did it with me. I want to ask you, of course, to stand by in the future. The next time John is off because he's sick or whatever, I want you to come in and co-host with me on that. Would you go for that?
I would love to. I am so in. I love doing that. It's my
Are you saying
calling.
I'm sick?
No,
I'm just saying that the next time you are inconvenienced and unable to attend.
I may be mentally deranged a little bit.
Well, you have to be to do this kind of stuff.
Aren't we all a little bit? Really?
We got to wrap it up and go. Thank you again. As I said, I'm going to do something I've only done one other time in the past, and I'm going to let you do it for the second time. And that is, I'm going to let somebody else introduce a song we're going to play next. Everything I do for you. Nikki, tell us about that in the 30 seconds or so we have left and introduce the song.
Floating in an everlasting dream, surrounded by misty lavender haze, losing my mind deep in your body. I uncover everything about you. Near or far, we are closer together. Love me now. Can you love me? Get lost in your brilliant blue eyes. Each day I sink deeper under your spell. A second chance at love. Don't give up. We're just a heartbeat away from paradise. Near or far, we are closer together. Love me now. Can you love me?
Everything I do for you. Nicki Kris from her brand new album, Heartbeat, that will be out February 5th. You can pre-order now. Find her online at nikkikris.com. And, of course, all the usual social media places. Check her out. She'd love to hear from you. Let her know what you think of her new music and her new album. As I said, she'd love to hear from you. We thank you so much, Nicki. John Bon Jovial, you missed it because we rolled the music, but she wanted to be sure and let us know that she was thanking you as well. So you weren't left out. I know that often is the case. You feel left out sitting over there in your booth, but no, you were not left out.
Woe is me.
So I guess
no, I know
I guess it's time for you.
She's a good egg. She really is.
She is a sweetheart. It's time for you to take us home, John Bon Jovial.
Yes, sir. Well, you've done it. You've spent another hour with the David Bowers Awards, and we are grateful for it, and we thank you very much. The David Bowers Awards is broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and is available for free on Blog Talk Radio. And lest I forget, we also broadcast from the Valley of the Sun in beautiful Tempe, Arizona. You can find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, Amazon Alexa devices, as well as SoundCloud, and all those other silly platforms out there for your favorite podcast. Click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page and like The David Bowers on Facebook. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and keep up with the show and all the indie music news that we are able to get our hands on. Join us next week for the David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM 106.3. That's Rochester Free Radio, don't you know? And Blog Talk Radio, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 7 p.m. UTC for more great indie music and talk with the people that make it happen. So until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick the Geek, our wonderful engineer, I am yours truly, the legendary John Bon Jovial, thanking you very much for being with us, and we'll see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.